it's gonna take YouTube forever to send out a notification. I'll give y'all some time to come in here. Okay, that scared me. Why did it scare me? I don't know why that scared me. But okay, so it's saying in here. Ain't nobody saying nothing. But we gonna get started with the 4 people that's here, okay? So Tasha K did where my earphones? Where my earphones? So Tasha K did release an apology. And I'm gonna play a little bit of it. Let me find it first. Let me find it. And then we gonna listen to a little bit of it. We ain't gonna listen to the whole thing. And we just gonna listen to the audio. Let me find it first. So we can have a little conversation. Is it here? Yeah. Hold on. Okay. Hold on. Hey, Jacqueline Allen from Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm in California. So I'm waiting for Tasha K to get to the part where she starts her apology because I want y'all to listen to a little bit of what she said. I don't want to play all this extra stuff. And it's just interesting to me because all of that stuff that she said about Be Love in her video that she made, she said it with her whole chest. And then the next day, you come back and it's like, oh, well, maybe I was projecting. Hold on. Because I don't want to skip nothing. Because it's interesting to me. You had a lot to say, and then the next day you apologize? And we are going to stop, listen, chit chat, listen, chit chat. So if that get on your nerves, then you need to go and listen to it by yourself and you won't have to hear my chit chat.
Apology. To Be Love, okay? Listen, I'm on my grown woman right now, okay? Bear with me. My nose itching, the allergies.
Yeah, hold on. I'm on my grown woman. Is she on her grown woman or did she get a phone call and tell her, hey, you gonna need to shut up?
Going on. Pollen is outside. Y'all know it's green. So, but here's the thing. I had to go back and I watched what I said about her on Monday. about being gluttonous, and talked about her menopause and her body, and her gaining an exceptional amount of weight. And
She did go hard on her though. You know, just because you see somebody eat one meal a day, one, you can call that person gluttonous. You're watching Be Love eat meal, one meal a day. It's not like Be Love is on camera all day long and you're seeing everything that she's eating. You're watching her eat one meal. Who's to say that that one big meal is all she eats? And then after that, maybe she drinks water or has a nice salad or something. Who's to say after that one big meal, she goes and has another big meal? So to say that this woman is gluttonous and to say what is going on with her, her gaining weight is not menopausal, I think was a bit much for Tasha K. I really think it was.
And the way I presented that particular piece, I think I went, well, not I think, I went overboard. Okay, I went so far as to it was more so projecting. And when I say projecting, because a lot of times when we're passionate about things, like how I am about, men messing with kids and stuff like that, because I, myself was a victim. When I saw Beloved, when I see just women in general, especially black women that remind me of like family members, you know what I'm saying? Because Beloved could be my family, right? I watch my aunt, and you guys know how passionate I am about this. I watch my aunt, not by choice of her own, but because of the, being low income and not having access to great foods, not being able to.
There's a huge difference between passionate and having compassion. And she's trying to say that watching her aunt be sick and everything, she didn't want that for anybody else. But there is a way to talk to people, though. You can't just get on here and call somebody gluttonous and oh, you gonna have diabetes and you about to be on dialysis. That's not the way that you talk to people. Like my mother used to always tell me, you get more what you say, what she used to say, you get more bees with honey than with vinegar. Because if you are trying to help me, but in the process you calling me a fat gluttonous cow, no matter what you say after that, you're not gonna help me. Because I'm not gonna be able to hear it because you canceled out everything with your first statement. Sometimes it's not always what you say, but it's how you say it. And she said it with so much vitriol. You're gluttonous. You ain't, after a while, you're not even gonna be able to fly because you're gonna be so big and your blood pressure gonna be so high, you're not even gonna be able to get in the sky because your blood pressure gonna be sky high. Is that how you talk to somebody that you care about? That's she had to have a reason to come back and apologize. She had to have a reason. So I guess she was like, okay, well, let me throw it in here that I care about black women and I don't want to see black women hurting themselves and I don't want to see this. And, it's just like she my auntie and she related to me. And, I have all this compassion and I have all of this love for black women and I don't want to see black women hurt themselves. You know, I don't watch a whole lot of mukbangers because I really don't like to see people sit up and eat and they smacking and slurping and all of that kind of stuff. That gets on my nerves. And Beloved, that's part of her show. The smacking and slurping is part of the show. Like she's gotten mics and everything, so the smacking and slurping part will be even louder. So I don't really watch people eat like that. Now, when Nikocado first started, I was watching him because when he first started, I was a vegan. And I was like, oh, okay. So this a vegan mukbanger. He ain't gonna be on here doing all this extra stuff. And plus, I wanted to see, what it was he was eating. But he was one of them extreme at first. Believe it or not, Nikocado was one of those extreme vegans who, would just he was, I think, a fruitarian for a while. His diet consisted of only fruit, and Nick was skinty. Do you hear me? Nick Ocado was like this. When he first came to YouTube, he was like this. Him and his, I don't know if that's his boy, I'm going to say partner, because I'm not sure if it's his boyfriend or if they've gotten married. They were both very thin. After Nick Ocado gained weight, I went out here blasting him. Oh, you was a vegan and you done dropped veganism. You done gained 50, 11 dozen pounds. You look like a... No, why would I do that? Because I dropped veganism too. So who am I to, I don't care how much you weigh. I don't. I don't care how much you weigh because like my mom used to say, what you eat don't make me shit. That's your life. If you have diabetes, that's you and your doctor. That's you and your body. There's nothing I can tell anybody to make them stop eating, to change especially not another adult. Because after we get a certain age, we have already formulated in our mind how we want to exist in this world. So what Tasha K did, getting on here, calling Beloved a gluttonous, and having no compassion for her whatsoever, did not help her. You wasn't helping her. And I don't believe this whole story about, oh, I did it because she made me think of my auntie and this, that, and the other. No, Tasha, somebody probably called you and said, look, Cardi B done already took your money. Play with me and you'll be in court again. Because I know if I had a lawyer, I would have my lawyer call her too. But, since Beloved and her husband, they Christians, they probably took the Christian route and was like, get up there and apologize. Get up there and apologize and keep my name out your mouth and we'll leave you alone. You're right, too quick to judge and don't know that woman. Hey, Demona. Hey, Jacqueline. Hey, Kim. Yeah. I mean, just went in on that woman. And then had this flimsy, I'm going to play the rest of it.
buy fruits and vegetables because rice kept us full a long time. Bread back in the day was $1 and some change, a bag of rice and some beans and all those carbs and starches and things like that can lead to high glycemic levels. Okay, meat, was a luxury, but when we got it, especially when my Uncle James was stealing it, from Winn Dixie and Albertsons and stuff like that, putting it in his pans, we'll soak it in vinegar, what I'm saying, and then grill the meat. We ate a lot of it, so we overindulge a lot of times because one, we were poor and we didn't have access, and two, a lot of these food.
And this is not an apology. When you go into the story of your life, what you went through, you're not apologizing. When you apologize about something, you say what it is you're apologizing for, how you're going to make things different, how you won't do that again, and you move on. You ain't got to tell the story of your life. Say what you did wrong. I'm sorry for it, and let's move on. So I'm just not buying this apology. I'm not.
That we wanted, like little Debbie cakes and snack cakes and stuff, were readily available for 25-35 cents a pie. The sneakers was what was expensive, so a lot of times we ate the little Debbie and chip 25-cent bag of chips, 25-cent, 10-cent sodas and stuff. And so when I saw her, gain a lot of weight like that, it triggered me because I'm like, man, like if you know what it's like to really nurse somebody or see somebody that you love, degenerate right before your eyes due to diet and lifestyle illnesses, that's one of the things that I'm passionate about. If anybody knows my background, they know that me and Jasmine started at a radio station together, and I did
So how is B Love's degenerating going to cause Tasha K any issues? You ain't got to take care of her. If she got to go to dialysis, if she got to go to the doctor, if she got to get her high blood pressure medicine, you don't have to get it. This don't. B Love's life, her medical history, her medical from this day forward has nothing whatsoever to do with Tasha K. There's no way you can spin this to make it seem like, oh, well, I was triggered. So she was triggered by B Love gaining weight. Do you see how stupid this sounds? She was triggered by B Love's. She was triggered by B Love's weight gain. So she had to come on her platform and go off on her. What? You was triggered because another woman gained weight. A woman that is not related to you in any way. A woman that you have never even sat in the same room with. A woman that you have probably never even talked on the phone to or anything, had any real communication with. You were triggered by her weight gain. How does that happen? How does that even happen? Like, I know Tasha K probably has, her subscribers are probably young. Their maturity level is not on the same level, obviously, as mine. Because I didn't even read the comments. When I go to people's channels like Tasha K's and people like her, I don't read the comments because the comments irritate me. Because sometimes I can't believe that there is a community of idiots. I just, it just baffles my mind. Like, how are some of these people even surviving in life being dumb as bricks? Like, you just cannot You cannot, with an intelligent mind, listen to Tasha K's apology and think, oh, yeah, girl, you really did care about her. And, I'm just so sorry that that happened to your auntie. I'm so sorry that your auntie was fat and had diabetes. And you just cared so much about Be Love. You didn't want her to suffer the same way that your auntie did. No, girl. You're just a hateful person. And like she said, she was triggered. She was triggered by something. Something about Be Love has triggered her, and it's probably Be Love's success. It's probably the success of Be Love that triggered her. And the only reason why Tasha K even spoke on this topic is because Be Love was trendy. Tasha, we ain't crazy, girl. Now, you got some crazy people following you, but I ain't one of them. I see this mess a mile away. You not triggered. You just knew Be Love was trending and you wanted to get on that. Let me jump on this train while it's moving. The Be Love train is moving. Let me jump on this sucker like everybody else. Me too. That's the only reason why I'm talking about it. So, girl, just be real. I would have appreciated it more if she had just came out and said, you know what, I overspoke. I jumped on this shit because everybody else was talking about it and I put my foot in my mouth. I shouldn't have said all that stuff about her. I was wrong. Move on to you ain't had to go into the your uncle used to steal and he used to put the meat in his pants and y'all used to have to wash the meat off of it. Girl, you could have saved that. You could have just been like, I put my foot in my mouth, I said too much, and moved on to the next subject. Because all that extra stuff just did not do it for me. And then B Love's son, he about bad as Tasha K. This boy act like he don't even know his mama. He was like, yeah, my mama done got fat before. She done did this before in the past. She done got fat, but she lose weight though. She didn't gain weight before. I don't know how she do it, cause I don't know. I guess she be eating, but I didn't seen her do it before. I was like, boy, shut up. You sound just as stupid as some of these subscribers that don't even really know her. Like, that's your mother. Had that been my mama and I was going to make a video, I would have been like, some of y'all need to keep y'all. I would have did Will Smith. I would have Will Smith everybody. Keep my mama name out your pocket mouth. That would have been me. Not coming out here going, yeah, my mama is fat. She do be gaining weight. I was like, what? What? Chunk chunk? He just bust out and was like, yeah, my mama is fat. She do be gaining weight. She did this before. She'll lose it. Every now and then she be going through these phases where she be gaining weight. I don't know how she do it though, but she lose it. I don't know how she lose it. She don't go to the gym. She don't work out. She don't do this. She don't do that. The weight just fall off. So, in a couple of months, the weight will be about 6 months. She be done, it'll be done fell off of her. Leave her alone. Not leave her alone. Just then he moves on to, oh, I went to Houston and had me a good time. I'm like, you didn't even have to speak on your mama, sir, if you weren't going to say nothing relevant. You didn't add anything to that subject. Nothing. Because I'd have cussed everybody out. You talking about my mama? Say something about Lucille. Say one thing about her. Uh, I'll forget all about YouTube terms and services. I will cuss you out. Okay? I won't even care. I don't care about not getting paid for no video. I will cuss you out. I get on here and cuss out everybody. Say something about Lucille. Hey, Naya. So I don't know. know about these folks. I really don't. Tasha K, child, Tasha K been canceled in my world ever since she got on it. Ever since she lost to Cardi B, she lost to me too. I ain't watched her. She's not. She reminds me of, just like a shock jock. She says stuff for shock value. And it's just not interesting. Plus, the majority of people that she talk about, I don't care. I don't care about them celebrities. Not one bit. I don't care about who's sleeping with who. I don't care about who used to sleep with who. I don't care about who divorced from who. I'm too busy trying to make my own marriage work. Leslie, you done missed it all. Okay? I'm trying to make my own marriage work, so I don't care about who's sleeping with who was sleeping with who might sleep with who. I don't care. And if more people would care about their own lives and get out of Sierra's life and get out of Dwayne Wade's life, your life would be a lot better. But you too worried about what Dwayne Wade is doing with his child or the prayer that Sierra prayed for her husband. Her husband is the key word there. Her husband. Okay? Because you're not, even if you pray the same prayer that Sierra prayed, you're not going to get Russell because Russell's taken. But see, if you put that same energy, the energy that Sierra prayed, you pray that in your own words from your heart, you'll get you a husband. Now, you ain't going to get you a Russell because he's taken. See, some of y'all don't understand that. You'll get it later. Okay? It'll sink into your spirit later on tonight. I don't have a husband because I'm praying for a Russell. And Russell is taken. The Lord gonna work that out for you. Somebody needs to hear that. The Lord gonna work that out for you tonight. You gonna get a deeper understanding once you go to sleep, and then words start to spinning around in your spirit. You gonna understand why you don't have a husband, cause you too busy praying for Russell, and Russell is taken. But see, if you get out of everybody else's business and you concentrate on your own. See, that's why Tasha K lost that case. Because she was in Cardi B's business when she should have been in her own. And she's still in people's business. And I really do believe that B Love or somebody, not B Love herself, but somebody from her camp put a little bug in Tasha K's ear and told her, this ain't what you want. You don't want these problems. You don't want them. And Tasha K was like, you know what? I don't. Let me get on here and eat crow. Okay? Let me get on here with my tail between. Let me tell a cute little story though. Let me make it sound good. Tell this cute story about my auntie and my uncle used to steal and shove the meat down his pants and stuff. And then get off of B Love's boo boo list. No, Chunk Chunk ain't little. That's why his name is Chunk Chunk. Cause he chunky. So that little chunky gene running their family. The chunky gene running my family too. I ain't the only chunky one. And then I got one chunky son like me. And then I got a real skinny son like his daddy. That chunky gene running my family too. I mean, Tasha K act like you don't, girl, you don't understand genetics. Some people are predisposed to be bigger than others. We ain't all come in this world to be skinny. All of us ain't skinny. So you don't understand. You obviously don't. She don't understand nothing. You don't understand genetics. You don't understand menopause. You don't understand that when the average woman goes through menopause, she starts to store fat. When your hormones start to change, you start to store fat in your midsection, your arms, your neck, all these places. And Tasha K was like, I ain't on menopause. You're gluttonous. It's definitely menopause. Even though I was thickums before menopause, but menopause didn't help. It didn't help. It does make it harder for you to lose weight. And I do not believe that B Love is gluttonous. B Love found her niche, which was eating. People enjoy watching other people eat and slurp and eat big portions. I believe that she would eat that one, big portion of food or whatever, and that would be it. I don't believe she was eating them big old portions of food 3 or 4 times a day. I just don't believe that. And to me, she wasn't eating. I don't know. I can't say that I've watched her, you know, a lot. But the times that I have watched her, it didn't seem like she was, eating a whole lot of food. I don't know. Just not, not to the point where I would consider her gluttonous. Now, was the portions big? Yeah. But they were big for her video. Just like me. Okay, so I was reviewing every now and then I will review uh different sodas that come out. So I had did the Sunkissed or whatever soda that was. And somebody on the video was like, ugh, who still drinks sodas? And one of my friends was like, do you drink a soda every day? Yeah, the Sunkissed. I had tried these. And one of my friends was like, do you drink sodas every day? And I was like, no. And I don't even drink the entire soda. After the video, I put the soda back in the refrigerator. You know what I mean? I just drink the soda for the video. And I only drank, enough to taste it and get the flavor and stuff. It may take me 2 or 3 days to drink the soda. Even my husband teases me and is like, you gonna finish that soda in the refrigerator? Or how long is that soda gonna be in the refrigerator? I know it's flat now. It's been in there for a few days. But that's just how I am. It may take me 2 or 3 days to finish the soda. But people that watch my videos because I'm reviewing sodas, I guess are feeling like, oh, I'm just here throwing back, just drinking sodas all day long. When I only drank enough of the soda to get the flavor, to let you know what it tastes like. Where you going, buddy? Gizmo. Gizmo. I know you hear me. Um, so yeah, I'm not, I'm not in B Love's house. I don't know how much food she's eating. So who am I to say that she is gluttonous? Cause that's a big word. And it's a mean word. And I just feel like Tasha K could have tackled this another way. There there could have been, even with Be Love trending, with this whole situation trending, there could have been another way to tackle the situation. Like when I talked about it when it was first happening, Be Love is trending because of her weight gain and her hair. I was not gonna say nothing about this woman's weight gain. But one thing, Be Love smaller than me. She got on a scale. So this is not she said she weighed. She got on a scale and I think she weighs 190 pounds. So she's smaller than me. So it ain't nothing I can say. And I don't care. I don't care how much this woman weigh. I don't care how much anybody weigh. That's your body. You're the one. I got an earring missing. Your body. You the one have to deal with it, not me. Whatever happens, of course, I don't want to see anything bad happen to anybody. Like, I have looked at Nikocado and I'm like, okay, he has gained some weight. But I don't know Nikocado. I don't know him to tell him, you better stop gaining all that weight. Mm-mm. I'm not that person. I'm not that person. And I just think that there is a way to say things. You can say them nicely. But I know this whole shock value, get aggressive and be all up in somebody and read them for filth and all of that kind of stuff, that brings views. It gets people to your channel. People want to see you. But, I don't want to do all of that. And then every other day, I'm on here apologizing because I put my foot in my mouth. I just don't want to do that. That ain't me. Now, if that's you, go ahead. Have at it. But it's not me. I feel like that could have been done in a different way because Tasha K is not 20 years old. Somebody that's 20 and, your maturity level, you're not quite there maturity wise. But Tasha K, you got kids. You mature. You old enough to know better. And I expect, people of a certain age, I expect you to act your age. I don't expect you to act like a teenager. So, I don't know. I don't I don't I think Tasha K apologized because she had to. I don't think this was, I thought about it. No, I'm not believing that. I don't believe it. Do y'all? And I'm willing to hear other people's. I'm willing to hear other people's opinions. This is not. I don't have a one-sided channel. I love to hear other people's opinion. I love for people to, we can have a dialogue. Just keep it classy. That's all I ask. And, don't be disrespectful. If anybody wants to come on, let me see. Do I still know how to do this? I don't know. I ain't did this shit in so long. Uh, Let me see. If I can figure out how to post the link. Hold on. Is it that? No. Okay, I think that's it. Okay. I think that's the link. If anybody wants to come on and talk, you're more than welcome. Uh you don't have to get on camera if you're shy. I don't mind you being on a dark screen. Um yeah, I value other people's opinions. Even if your opinion is different than mine, if you feel like what Tasha K did was right, because there were some people who were like, yeah, what Tasha K said, was right. We as black people do need to be more careful about what we eat. And yes, we do. And not just black people, all people. But I still believe that there is a way to say that. You don't have to be rude when you say that. You can say that with compassion. Even, okay, so she said, well, the reason why, I was so amped up is because I was triggered, because I had to take care of my auntie and da 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 and all this kind of stuff. There is still a way, even if you're triggered, there is a way to say things. She could have just, I don't know. She could have just shut her mouth for all I care. I don't know, child. That's my opinion. Okay? That is my opinion. So we took Gizmo out again today in his little car seat. And he did not do any better today than he did yesterday. Yes, I'm talking about you. Yes, I am. He didn't do any better today than he did yesterday. I think this is, but it's just day two. It was just his second day. So, of course, we are, praising when he stays in the basket. We will praise him. And, I'm sitting in the back seat with him. I'm petting him and, telling him it's going to be okay, because I eventually want him to get to the point where he can sit in the back seat by himself. And I'm not back there redirecting him back into the car seat because he keeps trying to jump out. He's still, you know, he knows he's supposed to sit there because we've put one of his pillows that he's used to laying on in the bed, we put that in his little car seat. So he knows he's supposed to stay in there, but he don't want to stay in there. I don't want to give him any treats because Gizmo has gotten car sick before in the past. This is one of the reasons why he didn't ride in cars a lot, because he used to get car sick. So I don't want to be giving him treats in a car because he's already amped up and I don't want him to get sick. You know what I mean? Like he's already, like his anxiety is already high, and I'm thinking, okay, he's already, really amped up. His anxiety is high, and then I'm giving him treats, and then he throws up. So I don't give him any treats. That's why I sit back there with him, and I pet him and talk to him, and tell him it's going to be okay, and he has to stay here, and this is his seat, and just talking to him and stuff. And every time he turns in my direction, I redirect him to his window, because see, that's his thing. He wants to look out both of the windows. The window on he wants to be at the window on, behind the passenger seat, and the window behind the driver. And if you let him, he'll jump up in the front seat too. So, it's this constant redirecting him back to his window that he can look out of. So we had a very interesting ride. We were coming down the street, and a young deer crossed our path, just ran out of this park. And my husband, saw him in time. He didn't have to, I see whoever that is, he didn't have to, like, slam on his brakes or whatever, and let the deer pass. And Gizmo saw that deer, and Lord have mercy, Jesus. Let me see. Oh, this is Demona. Let me let let me see. Okay. Unmute the mic. Say something.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay.
Can y'all hear her? Tina, can you hear Demona? Say something else.
Hi. Is it because of my headphones?
I can hear. Wait, hold on. I can tell. Say something else. I can hear. Wait, hold on. Say something else. I can tell. Say something else. I can hear. Wait, hold on. Say something else.
Now I'm hearing echoes.
Okay, they can hear you. They can hear you. Okay, go ahead. Hey, girl.
Hi.
How you
Excuse
doing?
my look. I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. I'm good. So, what do you think?
As far as Tasha K is concerned, she is something different. Because I mean, I know her channel started off, her people are the winos or whatever. So because I and one of my friends, we used to watch her channel at first, but then she started getting too messy. At first, she was just, introducing new types of wine every time she would have a show, but then she was in some mess like she is now.
Yeah, I think I used to watch her before all of that Cardi B stuff happened.
Right.
It seemed like she wasn't as bad then.
No, she wasn't.
Like okay. So when that Cardi B stuff happened, I think that's when she started going over the top.
And I don't know what her issue was with Cardi B. Like, it was like she was bullying her or something.
Like she was jealous of her or something.
She definitely was.
I think that's what it all really boiled down to, is her being jealous of Cardi B. And then when I looked at this situation with B Love, I was like, was it some jealousy in there also?
Yeah, she just seems like she just has a jealous type of personality.
And that's sad because nobody is messing up Tasha K's brand
Right.
but Tasha K.
Right.
And that jealousy spirit will tear you up. it will tear you, it will mess up everything you touch.
And it's starting to show.
Yeah, it really is. Because she can't continue to make these really derogatory videos about people. So what is she gonna be doing? Apologize? She gonna be on an apology tour every week?
Not with that story she gave. That's
She
not
gonna
even
have to
an
come up with a
apology.
new story every week. Or she's really gonna have to learn how to apologize.
Yeah,
Because to me, that wasn't an apology.
it was not.
I didn't get apology from that.
No, she just, like you said, shock value, but it always comes back to bite her, and then it's like she doesn't have a comeback for it other than to tell some kind of self-deprecating story, and that's supposed to mean that she's sorry.
Yeah. And that didn't work for me. Because to me, when you're apologizing, you keep the focus on the person.
Right,
I'm apologizing to be loved. I'm not going to turn this situation back around to me.
right.
You keep the focus of the apology on the person that you're apologizing to. That's my thing with a lot of people, a lot of these people, especially people on social media that get into trouble. They don't know how to, for one, they don't know how to apologize. They don't know what to
Mm-mm.
say. So they just come back and basically just say anything in hopes that people will be like, okay, well, she said she was sorry.
But she didn't, though.
Well, she apologized.
I don't know what's gonna have to happen for her to redirect her channel structure, but it's gonna happen soon.
Yeah, I know what will have to happen. YouTube will have to come and just, demonetize her or kick
Hmm.
her off the platform. And eventually that will happen. I'm really surprised that it didn't
Me
happen
too.
with this Cardi B situation.
I thought it was, to be honest.
I did too. I really did. I'm like, okay, she lost. She about to lose her YouTube. Because they took my money on some BS. I didn't do half the shit that Tasha K did. and, and they did me dirty.
And they do other people like
I'm
that
still
too.
in
It's other
jail.
people that have, that have positive channels and things like that, and somehow they get strikes. The channel gets banned, but
I'm
hers.
still in YouTube jail. I'm gonna
I'm
be
trying
in
to figure
jail
out
for another week.
what. I'm trying to figure out
Still in
which
jail.
pocket is she in.
So I don't know how Tasha K. I don't know how, as much mess as she be talking about people. I don't know how she's still surviving on YouTube.
I don't either.
Cause
I guess
girl,
there's
they
a
came for
lane.
me. They came for me deep,
That's
deep.
crazy.
They didn't put me in jail. They put me in prison. I've been in jail for like 2 months.
And that's where she needs to be, on a timeout.
Yeah, she really does, because there's a difference between having dialogue about people, you know, commentary. There's a difference
Right.
between commentary and what Tasha K did to be loved. There's a
Right.
huge difference to me. You can talk about the situation without going in on the person and, like hurting them.
That's true.
There's a lot you can say. about a situation without, demeaning and hurting a person. And I just don't understand why Tasha K, why she don't get that. Like, she don't. And then you don't have no people around you to tell you, hey girl, you going too far, or look, we just got out of this situation with Cardi B. We don't want to have to go back to court. Like, you gonna have to tone it down a little bit. Like, she
Mm-mm.
don't have no people around her.
Mm-mm. No, because all of those people, like you said, the people that are in her comments, her subscribers, they thrive off that negativity. And regardless, if something was to happen to Tasha K and she actually did have to go to jail or something, behind some of the things that she said, um, I think that her subscribers would act like they were still in support of her, but they would just, they're not going to do anything to help her because they want to see that negativity
Well,
because that's how they feel.
they'll gravitate to the next person, because somebody will come and pick up that mantle, just like when Kevin, what was his name?
Samuels.
Samuels.
Mm-hmm.
When Kevin Samuels died, then all of these other supposed high value men stood up trying to emulate what Kevin Samuels did to try to make the money and, get the recognition that Kevin Samuels had. So if something were to happen to Tasha K, then here comes some other fiery sapphire aggressive woman to take her place. Maybe
And
they'll
that's
be the
just sad.
crackheads, or they can't be the winos, they'll be the crackheads. You
We live in Westworld. I don't know what's going on. It's too much.
definitely. It
It's
would
too
just be
much
somebody else.
negativity.
Huh?
It's too much negativity coming from her. It's
But
just
it's
not
the
good.
fact that so many people, thousands of people, crave that type of negativity,
Hmm.
want to be around it, enjoy it. That's the thing that, let me see how many people,
And they're feeding it.
how many people watched. 69,000 people watched that video.
And so we know there's 69,000
69,000
negative people, and that's too many.
watched that video, allowed that into their spirit, and thrive off of that type of energy.
Hmm.
Now, the only part of that video that I did watch was the part about Be Loved. And the only reason why I watched it is because other people were talking about how bad it was.
Right.
So I was like, well, let me go listen to it myself, because I didn't want to talk about it if I hadn't heard it myself. You know what I mean? If I hadn't heard what she was saying, how can I speak on something and I ain't even here?
Right.
So I went and watched that part of the video. Now, all the rest of that stuff that she was on there talking about, people that she was talking about, I didn't care to hear that. But 69,000 people did.
Oh, that's a lot.
That's a lot of people. That is a lot of views.
Mm-mm. My
But you
anxiety would
know,
have flared
that's
up.
she has a lot of subscribers though. You know, she has a lot of people that follow her and are subscribe to her and like her. And I'm not saying that people should not like her. I'm just saying that people should, you know, be careful of what they're ingesting.
Yeah.
I stopped watching the news. I used to
Me
be
too.
addicted to the news. Like I'm talking, I would get up in the morning if like Good Morning America or you know the morning shows was on. I would watch those morning shows, and then I would catch the noonday news, and then I would catch the nighttime news, and I'm just ingesting all of this stuff in my spirit. Oh, little girl got run over and hit by a car. Oh, this person got shot. This happened over here. This happened. You know, just got to the point where I legit had to take a break and stop watching the news. I don't watch the news.
I don't watch it at all.
If I hear something that happened, you know, in the Bay Area, it's because it came across my feed on Facebook.
Right.
Or I'm, you know, scrolling on YouTube and I see, oh, something happened in the Bay Area. Then, you know, I may cut it on or something. But to just be constantly ingesting all of that stuff into my spirit on a daily basis, no. I don't want to know
Me either.
everybody that got hit by a car. I don't want to know about, you know, every drive-by shooting and every home invasion because that starts to put this, you know, the spirit of fear
Mm-hmm.
on you. You know, because then you'll be thinking, oh, somebody's going to break in my house. Or, oh, if I go to the restaurant, somebody is going to. I was joking with my husband. We used to live in Oakland. And Oakland is, I don't want to say it's any worse than other cities now because all big cities, you know, are high crime
Mm-hmm.
areas. But you know, Oakland got its little, you know, seedy parts or whatever. And my husband was like, yeah, I was telling a coworker that my wife don't even want to go to Oakland no more. And I was like, yeah, I don't want to go to Oakland because I don't want nobody to steal our catalytic converter. And then I had to like, why did I just go there? You know, why did I just go straight to the negative? Like,
Because that's what you
somebody's gonna
see.
steal our catalytic converter. You know, like, I don't even want those type of crazy thoughts to be swirling
Right.
around in my mind. And it's so easy for your mind to go to the negative if you're not really being careful about, you know, what goes into your spirit.
Yeah, you're right.
If you're not guarding your spirit, it's so easy for it's so easy for you to Gizmo, you're going to fall. I swear to God. He he has no, like he's on the bed trying to get comfortable. But sometimes Gizmo has no idea about space, like how much space he still
Mm-hmm.
has before he hits the floor. And he's just, you know, trying to get his blanket the way he wants it. And he's just inching closer and closer to the edge of this bed. And I'm like, this dog is going to fall off this bed. He has fell
Don't
off this
fall.
bed so many times. And every time that he does it, it just, you know, my heart is just like, you know, whew, you know, I
He's
don't
like
want
a
him to hurt
baby.
himself because, you know, he little older dog. And I don't want him falling on his back or something.
Bless his heart.
Naya said, I watch the news just out of curiosity sometimes. And see, I even stopped doing that, Naya.
Me too.
Tammy said, I don't bring that into my reality. It is too much fear. And I don't
Mm-hmm.
want to live a life. I don't want to live my life in fear.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like we already, you put cameras outside your homes, you have the ring camera.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's house has an alarm on it. Child, the other morning, my father-in-law's alarm went off on his truck that was in the garage. So it sounded like our truck. It sounded like the alarm was going off on our truck. So
Mm-hmm.
we jump up thinking it's our truck. My husband is like, is that our alarm? And I'm like, yeah, I think it is. So we jump up to go check to make sure everything is okay. In the process of us getting up, my husband clicks the alarm because he's trying to turn it off,
Mm-hmm.
thinking it's ours. It ain't ours, it's my father in law's. So he turns on our alarm. So now it's two alarms going off. One going off in the garage, one going off in the driveway. Just bah, bah, bah. So we turn ours off. And I guess my father in law heard his, turns his off, so it gets quiet. In my mind, in that split second, I was like, somebody done broke in the house.
Isn't that terrible?
Somebody in the house. Somebody done broke in the house. So, after everything was over, I was telling my husband, I was like, I thought somebody had broken the house. And he was like, sweetheart, you can't tell the difference between the alarm for the house and the car alarm? And I was like, yes, mentally, but in a split second, when your mind takes over,
Mm-hmm.
your mind tells you it's the house. Even though your mind, your real mind, your clear mind is telling you it's the car. That other little part in your mind is telling you somebody done broke in the house. Just that quick. Just that quick.
I'm
And
glad it wasn't anything.
I know that the alarm for the house is totally different than the car alarm. They sound totally different. Plus, had it been the alarm in the house, it would have been much louder.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're in the house.
Right.
But my mind just, is just so quick for your mind to just divert you someplace else. That's why I try my best to not eat because it's so much negativity in the news. It's
All the
never
time. Morning, noon, and night.
anything positive.
No.
And if it is, they only give you a sliver of hope. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Oh, and then the fire department saved these kittens out of the tree. Back to you, Oh yeah, and then the house burned down and was 50 people, dead. Cause yesterday I'm just like scrolling and I saw where an 18-year-old boy got mad at his mother because she wouldn't let him go out.
Go out where?
Just go out, I guess, with his friends at night. And he went to his closet in their apartment and set the closet on fire, piled a whole bunch of clothes up, and set the clothes on fire. Do you know that before the fire department could get this fire under control, 14 apartments had been destroyed?
Was he arrested?
I'm pretty sure he was.
Oh my goodness. He could have. I mean,
14 apartments, because it was an apartment complex. 14 apartments have been destroyed. But I'm like, God damn. I thought they were supposed to build like fire breaks in these apartments.
they
That's
say they
scary to
do.
me.
He might as well just sneaked out if he was gonna do all that.
Just leave.
Just leave.
Just leave and take your consequences when you get back.
Exactly. Well, he's getting them now.
This boy then piled a bunch of clothes up, and the mother said that they tried to put the fire instead of calling 911 when it first happened. They tried to put the fire out themselves. So they legit gave the fire a chance to spread before they even called for help, because she said that they were trying to put it out and it got away from them.
Of course it did. They're not firefighters.
Girl, when you first seen him setting this fire, or you first saw that he had set the fire, you should have called 911 then. They may have been able to get there and contain it, keep it in your place in the next place instead of your place and 13 other residences.
That's out of control.
Naya said, I saw a video of a teenage boy that got mad because his mom took his phone and he destroyed. I saw that
I
one
saw that.
too. I
Oh my
saw that.
gosh. That was horrible.
I mean, he tore that whole house up. Everything. He destroyed everything. Now that child both of these young men had to have been, they had to have some type of mental illness.
Mm-hmm.
Because what normal 18-year-old says, oh, she won't let me out the house, I'm going to just set the closet on fire? That's not normal behavior for a teenager.
No, normal would have been to just leave if you really wanted to go.
If you really want to, child, I didn't work with when I worked at the group home, and we would tell them kids that they couldn't leave. I remember this one young lady. She wanted to leave so bad that she took her mattress from a twin bed, squoze it out the window. We still don't know how she got that mattress out the window. She put a twin, squoze it out the window so that it hit the ground, and she jumped out the window. And do you think she hit that mattress? Hell no. She didn't hit the mattress. She hit the ground. Half of her body landed on the mattress, and the other half of her body landed on the ground. Do you think she got to where she was going? No, because she hurt herself, and we had to end up calling the ambulance.
That's not funny, but oh my gosh.
But at least she tried, and she had a plan. We told her, that could have worked.
Yeah,
after we figured out she was okay and she was gonna be fine and stuff, we were like, that could have worked. But you just didn't jump far enough. She was like, I was really scared to jump out that window. You wasn't too scared. You had a whole plan to jump out that window, and you did it. You just didn't jump quite far enough. Because I guess when she threw the mattress out the window, the mattress landed a little farther than what she thought it was. She thought the mattress was gonna land right up under the window, but it landed out a little farther, so she had to jump out, and she didn't jump out, and she hit the
Mm-mm-mm.
ground. But I would rather her see that than try to burn the whole building down so
Right.
she could get out. These kids, them group home kids, I have one young lady that I still talk to that used to, well, I have a few. And I want her to come on the channel so bad and talk about some of her escapades, but I think she's like, you know, she's a professional person now.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
And I
good.
don't, you know, but I'm like, girl, it still would be interesting for people to hear some of the things that
Yeah,
you
and that's in
used.
the past. So,
Yeah, that's part of your past.
right.
That was your life. I mean, you don't have to get on here and talk about your drug use and stuff,
Right.
but just some of the crazy stuff that y'all used to do, because it was a lot. These kids is crazy. Naya said when I was in a group home, if we got in trouble, they shot us with an animal tranquilizer and
What?
locked us in a white room for hours and even days. Yeah, we couldn't do that.
That seems unlawful.
Yeah. One group home that I interviewed for, I done forgot what this treatment was called. And they would train you when you worked there. But it was some type of therapy where the child was literally put in a straitjacket, and then you would hold them for like 20 or 30 minutes,
Hmm.
until they calm down or whatever. And they had a room, like some type of diversion room, that you would take the child in to, remove them from the situation that
Hmm.
they were in. You would take them into this room and like hold them. And I was like, I'm not holding no kid against their will.
No.
That I I don't care if it was legal in the state of California to do that. It's some type of therapy technique. I wasn't into that. These are kids at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And these are kids that have already been through trauma. And I couldn't do that. You know, today, this was, and I don't know where this came from, but one of my childhood trauma triggers came up. And I was like, now I know why I have a dislike for white women. When I was in elementary school, I still remember this like it was yesterday. My teacher hit me. Back when I was in elementary school, like up until the fourth grade, I think, third or fourth, maybe third grade, in California, the teachers could hit the kids.
Yeah, they used to have paddles in my
So my
elementary school
teacher
too.
hit me. She hit me with a paddle. She hit me in my hand. And before this happened, I liked my teacher. I was like, really into school and stuff. But when that white woman hit me, that was it. That was it. I didn't after that I never liked white women. I stopped liking my teachers and everything. And I didn't tell my mama for a long time that the woman had hit me, because she hit me because I didn't do my spelling words. And I didn't want to tell my mama that she hit me because I didn't do my spelling words, but I should have told my mama that she hit me. Because my
Hmm.
mama didn't even really hit me. And she wouldn't have wanted that woman to hit me like that.
No.
And I just did, it just, did something to me, like as a child. Like, I didn't trust my teacher. I didn't trust white women. I was like, is another white woman gonna hit me? I just, I was like, okay, that's a trigger for me.
Yeah, I
That
can
is a
understand.
definite trigger. And it just came up out of nowhere. I
That's
was
how
like,
it
that
happens.
woman really hit me. If I could remember who she was, I'd walk up on her and bop her in her head. She
No, she
probably
might
like
be
100 years
gone.
old now.
Yeah, she might not be here on
Yeah,
this side.
I ain't gonna hit that old ass woman. But but you know, it's weird how stuff like that. I was in the third grade. I had to be in the second or the third grade when that woman hit me. I'm 58 years old. And I still remember that.
Hmm.
I still remember that. Naya said I got locked in the room for 4 hours for telling my therapist that I hated white people. I don't feel the same way as an adult. I was just mad. I didn't mean what I said. Yeah, I don't. Okay, let me say this, y'all, because y'all be sensitive in these comments. I don't hate white women. I have white friends and everything to this day, but I ain't about to let no white woman hit me. That's
No,
for
not at all.
sure. You hit me now, you gonna get your ass beat.
Hmm.
Black too
Definitely.
though. Ain't no black woman gonna hit me either.
Right.
I like white women because y'all get sensitive. Yeah, I say something and then I shut this live down and child y'all be in email. You said
Hmm.
you didn't like white. Okay, all white women are not gonna hit you. Okay, I get this 50-page email about how white women would never hit me and oh, you shouldn't have said that and all this kind of. I don't hate white women, okay? I'm talking about this specific white woman that hit me when I was a little kid.
Hmm.
I don't think teachers should have ever been able to hit children.
Me either.
Now I can see punishing. You know what I mean? I
Right.
can see. Like, and then the crazy thing is, my teacher used to, I remembered all of this. She used to give us treats. So whoever did good that week would, get treats. And if you didn't do good, you didn't get the treats. She could have punished me like that. She didn't have to hit me.
Right.
The teacher
She
should have
just wanted. She
never.
wanted to hit you.
She wanted to hit me. She wanted to hit my little black butt.
Hmm.
I'm a hit. And I went to almost all of the kids in that school were black. And since I'd have been older, I was like, oh, she probably loved to do that. She
Hmm.
probably went home and told her husband, yeah, I be over there hitting them little nigglets.
Hmm.
I was hot. Every time I thought about that as an adult, it made me mad. Cause
It would
ain't
make
no
me
way in the
mad
world
too.
this white woman should have been at that all black school hitting them little black kids. She popped the hell out of me too. She didn't even hit me like I was a little kid. She hit me like I was an adult. Like she took her frustrations out on my little hand.
And I would have went to the nurse's office complaining just like a white woman.
Okay. Had I known any better, I would have.
I would have
Naya
been
said when I
shaking
was
and
6, my
everything.
daycare lady slammed my face into her steps and made my nose bleed. She threatened me to tell my mom. I was so scared of her I never told. Now I would have told that.
I would have told.
Oh, I would have told that. Ain't nowhere in the world. Now I didn't tell the hand thing because I figured, okay, if I tell this, my mama's gonna ask me why she hit you. And then I was gonna have to explain to my mama why I didn't know them spelling words. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just let you have that one, but you'll never hit me again.
Mm-mm.
You'll never get the opportunity to hit me again, because I'm telling you, after that, I knew them damn spelling words. Okay, because she wasn't gonna hit me no more. And the crazy thing was, I had seen other kids get hit, and I didn't care about them. That's your hand. But when she hit me, that's a different story. Now you should have told your mama, honey. You should have told on her.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot.
Well,
I've always told my kids when they start going to school, I tell me if anybody do anything to you, tell me. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's a misunderstanding. Let me get the understanding. Let the adults
right,
reason together. You come home and tell me what happened, and I will go to that adult and find out, get it all together.
right,
Because there have been some situations where, my kids have told me something happened, and then I get up there and the teacher explained to me what happened, and, we can come to a resolve.
right.
But I need you to tell me. I don't care what it is. If your teacher look at you cross-eyed, I want you to come home and tell me so I can go up to the school and find out why is you looking at my baby cross-eyed. You got my baby scared to look at you. Oh, is
Right.
something wrong with your eyes? Oh, okay. It's something wrong with her eyes, baby. She ain't looking at you cross-eyed. She just cross-eyed. Just tell me. Cause
Right.
I'm that crazy mama. I'm gonna come up to the school and figure it
Mm-hmm.
out. She made out like she did it because I was fast. She called her
What?
older foster children. Oh no.
Mm-mm.
That's why I was scared. This lady had me thinking it was my fault. Oh, Naya, sweetheart, you done been through a lot. That's that's the bad thing about foster care.
Yeah.
Is a lot of kids go through so much. They better off staying with their crackhead parents.
You right.
Some of them are really better off staying with their crackhead parents than they are going to foster care, and they get with these foster parents who have other children who abuse them, and then the foster parents are not doing anything because they're getting money, and it's just crazy. the you know it's crazy, some of the stories that I've heard from children who have came to group homes from the foster care system. And
Mm-hmm.
it's crazy, some of the stories that children have told me from other group homes that they've been in. The group home that I worked out of, the guy that ran the group home, the director, was a Christian. And I'm not saying, oh, it made him so much better than everybody else because he was a Christian, but he was like really a real, what I consider a real
Mm-hmm.
Christian. He was a minister. He still is a minister to this day because I follow him on Facebook. You could tell he came from a really good family. His wife came from a good family. Like, her family would help out at the group home. As a matter of fact, her mother was the group home cook.
Okay.
So I think that made things different because he really tried to make the group home more like a family than an institution.
Right. Which was
He took
better.
the kids to church. The kids that wanted to go to church, he would
Mm-hmm.
come and pick them up on, and he didn't have to do this. He would come and pick them up on Sundays to take them to church and stuff. So I think things were a little bit different there because it had that Christian undercurrent.
Yeah,
You know, it wasn't like a lot of bad stuff going on there. Plus, it was just girls.
that's good.
So, it didn't have that component of boys being able. Girls do stuff too now.
Oh yeah.
You know, girls girls will do things to other girls,
Mhm.
but it didn't have that component of rape and stuff like that. Like when those type of things happen, it always came from somebody on the outside, not
Mhm.
just like things that were going on inside the home. She said her daycare center got closed down because she beat her foster children with a broom, and it was on the news and everything. Yeah, a lot of stuff like that happens, you know. And kids are too scared to say anything, and they end up in these really bad situations. They're scared to say like what's going on with them.
Mhm.
So they don't get any help until finally a child has had enough or a child gets hurt, and then the situation gets closed down. So I'm really sorry that those things happened to you, Naya. I
Yes, me
really
too.
hope that you have had some type of therapy. I think every kid that comes out of the foster care system, I really believe they should have lifetime therapy.
Yes.
The state, whatever state they were in foster care in, should provide lifetime therapy for them because they need it. They need a lot of therapy. Especially if like the parents are in jail, the parents are drug addicted, because when they get out of foster care,
Right. What are they supposed to do?
right, when they turn 18, where do they go? These kids need help, and they should, you know, I believe therapy is the minimum of what they should be receiving.
You're
And they
right.
should be able to have therapy for as long as they want,
Mhm.
because that childhood trauma, if it's unresolved, will follow you all your life. Here I am, 58 years old, still remembering something that happened to me either when I was in the third or the fourth grade.
Right. It's true.
Oh, sweetheart, yeah, you can say whatever it is you feel like saying. I always say we can talk about anything. It
If you
doesn't
were,
have to just be, things that I like to be able to finish talking about the topic that I'm talking about. But if something comes up, I don't have a problem talking about anything. You know, because we all have traumas.
yeah, I was
We
gonna
all have
say,
things that we have been through, and your talking about your trauma could help somebody else come out and talk about theirs. You never know. Or you're talking about yours can make somebody, oh, well, yeah, I remember when so and so happened to me. And then when you bring that up and talk about it, it helps you.
yes.
Because I was really like, I wonder why that came up today. Like nothing had happened to me. I hadn't watched anything that was like triggering, any like, white woman beating up kids or nothing like, I don't know, child. I don't know why it came up. But did y'all watch that I think it's called Unprisoned?
I have watched some of those. I haven't watched all the episodes yet.
It is so good. I finished it last night.
Okay.
It's really good. I mean, the end looks like it's gonna be a season two. It
That's
looks like it
good.
to me. And I hope it is.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. I really did. And I
Yeah, it
hope
was
in
good.
season two, you know, the part where the little girl would come and talk to her. I
Mm-hmm.
think the little girl, okay, I don't want to mess it up for you.
Okay. Yeah,
But
I've only watched 7. I watched 7 episodes in one night though, 'cause it
you
was
did?
yeah.
I don't think it's too many more.
It might not be. I don't
I
know.
don't
I
think
just
it
know I
is.
stopped right after that, and I didn't watch anymore. I thought it showed like a couple more after that, and I was like, well, I'll watch them another
Yeah,
night.
I think that's I I don't think it's too many more. I think like two more episodes, I think.
Okay, I
But
might
it's
watch it.
good. I really really liked it.
Yeah, that's a
And
good show.
I met Delroy is Delroy Lindo?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever the guy's name is, I met him. So let me tell y'all my story.
Hey,
So
I'm gonna hop off though. I'm
okay, go
about to,
ahead.
because it's late here.
Okay. Let me
All
see.
right, nice talking to you.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.
Bye girl. So let me tell y'all what happened. So I used to be a medical assistant and I used to work for this doctor's office. And I didn't know that he knew Delroy Lindo. I didn't know he was one of the patients. He was one of our patients. And so that morning, the doctor was like, "Oh, a good friend of mine is coming in today. And when he comes, let me know because I want to bring him right in." And I was like, "All right, who is it?" And he was like, "Delroy Lindo." And I was like, in my mind, I was like, "No, this is somebody else." So I ain't tripping. I'm going about, doing my stuff. And child, Delroy Lindo came up to the window and was like, "I'm here to see Dr. Joseph Cliff." And I was like, "What? What?" You talk about somebody that acted ignorant, just ignorant. So I went and got the doctor and I was like, "Why you didn't tell me it was Delroy Lindo?" He was like, "I said Delroy Lindo." "Yeah, but you didn't say the Delroy Lindo. You didn't say the movie star Delroy." He was like, "Lashana, you gonna get the room ready?" So, I'm in there getting the room ready and everything. And here come Delroy Lindo. The doctor went and got him and was like, "Okay, get his blood pressure, get his weight and his blood pressure and everything, and then come and get me." And I was like, "Oh my God, I love you." And he was so sweet. Do you hear me? He was like the sweetest person in the world. I was like, "Okay, can you get on the scale? Okay, can you get on?" He was like, "Get on the scale." I was like, "Yes, I can't breathe." Thank God there were no cell phones, okay? Because I would have been like, "Oh my God, you got to take a picture with me. Nobody will believe this." So, I weighed him, I took his blood pressure and, got him ready. I was like, "Okay, the doctor." When I was doing his blood pressure, I was like, "I cannot believe, I swear to God, I can't." Like, I'm so excited to do this man's blood pressure that I could barely hear his blood pressure because my blood pressure was swirling. But he was, I just remember him just being the kindest, nicest, sweetest person. With just the sweetest energy. He was just smiling like, bless your little heart. But honey, I was so excited. And I think it was like right around the time when he did that movie with Aaliyah, I think. One of his movies had just came out. So I didn't even know at the time that he lived in Oakland. I thought that he lived, and he still does. I thought he lived in LA. He does not live in LA. He lives in Oakland. He lives up in the Oakland hills because not too long ago, maybe about 6 years ago, me and my husband were leaving the movie theater. And I don't know what made him think he could just walk in the movies like he was a normal person with his wife in Emeryville. Just like a regular AMC theater, not just walking in like, oh, we went and had hamburgers at Fuddruckers and we gonna go to the movies. And everybody, like he was just dressed normal, and it only takes one person to recognize you. And then, other people swarm around you. But he took it like a star. Like, okay, shit, I should stay nice at home. And I've seen him before driving down in the area where we used to live. So he does live in the city that we used to live in. So I was like, I met him in person. I was juiced too. I was one happy sister when I met him. That was because I really, really liked him. Um, and he's had, he is one of those unproblematic black men that you don't hear nothing about if he's not doing a movie. He's not, and I think a lot of that is because he's not in Hollywood. He's here in the Bay Area instead of, living in LA. He just lives a regular life. He just has like a regular house. It's probably real nice up in the Oakland Hills. There are some very nice homes up there. So, um, yeah, I met him. So that's it, y'all. I'm going to take Gizmo out to use the bathroom. You gotta go pee, buddy? Whatever. I'm gonna take him out. What time is it? It's almost 9 o'clock. I'm gonna take him out and relax. Probably call my husband and see what he doing. He must be driving because I ain't heard from him. That's it. So thank you guys. I will probably see you all tomorrow, if not Saturday or something. Oh no, I'll probably see you guys tomorrow because I have a where's the I got 3 new wigs. So this is one of them. And I think I got it in a T1B30 color. So it's a dark root and the ends are a little bit lighter. And I got this one and one other one. So I got 3 wigs to review. And I'm not sure if I will do them on live or if I will record a video and do it. But that's definitely going to be the video for tomorrow. So look out for that. And these wigs come from wigs.com. If you're looking for some affordable, they do have human hair, but these are synthetic wigs. But the wigs are really affordable and they come real quick. So wigs.com. But we'll talk about that tomorrow. Yeah, they real cute. I got 3 wigs for 40 something dollars. 40 something dollars for 3 wigs. That's not bad. So I will see you guys tomorrow. I love you all. Bye. Thank you for coming, Demona. Thank you for coming on the panel. I see you guys tomorrow. And thank you, Naya, for sharing your story. Okay, even though we're sad that those things happen to you. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.